Panicking.
Panicking like mad, yeah. But didn't think it unlikely.
So, I mean, again, if we go back to TV, the Parkinson programme, that's all gone, but it was a fantastic comeback for you. And there was that feeling, you know, certainly from a member of the public, well, why did you ever go away, really? Because that hole was never really filled.
Well, I went away to own my own TV station, TV-AM. I mean, we were beguiled into thinking we could end up owning a station. I mean, that was a big mistake as well. And then at that time when I was doing like thousands of shows a year, like Give Us a Clue and Antiques Roadshow and God knows what else, you know, keep on working the Michael Caine principle that, you know, it might not do anything great, but it'll pay for the house. And then eventually in '98, quite against all my expectations, a young guy at the BBC became besotted with the Muhammad Ali interviews. He remembers seeing him as a kid, and he got him out and thought, "Oh, these are extraordinary," and he sort of started messing around with them. And I edited a couple of them and voiced them over and that sort of thing, and all of a sudden they took off. And they looked at the ratings and thought, we might try and bring him back. And they did, and it worked. I mean, I didn't think it would work, but it did. It worked against all expectation. And I enjoyed it, except that television had changed. The people who ran television had changed. The method by which they employed you had changed. And I didn't feel as comfortable then. I mean, I used to, in the 70s, walk into the TV centre, and it was then the greatest TV factory in the world. There was nowhere like it at all. And it felt like, well, it must have been like walking into MGM at the time of the great musicals, when MGM dominated. I mean, everywhere you look was a face, you know, Eric and Ernie, that's Les Doyle, that's so. It was wonderful. It was all BBC, you know, it was that overall umbrella that made you feel special. When I went back, you know, it had all changed. You know, you're sitting in the next studio to Clive James doing a show for ITV. You know, at the BBC, what was ITV doing on BBC? You know, so all that sort of independent eruption had happened, and it was being run by different people. You know, it just was. I mean, I grew up with the old entrepreneurs, Cotton and people like that, Bill Cotton. You know, oh yeah, now snap down, thank you. You're employed for 10 years, bugger off and make some programs. That's what we used to do. Nowadays, there's groups sitting, there's focus groups, and there's this, that, and there's the health and safety,
and they're all second guessing what the other person wants them to say.
It's much more difficult, you know, because in the end, you know, Bill Cotton used to say, listen, there's 25,000 people work at the BBC, so I don't care how many of them come into this building, they have to remember one thing, that at the end, they're making a TV programme. That's all that matters. And I think they've slightly forgotten that.
One of the biggest names you never got, of course, was Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
But you did actually meet him, didn't you?
With Sammy Khan, yeah. We went to see him and cocktail party. And Sammy said, yeah, you meet him and I'll introduce you and you know, next time he's in England, do the show, no problem at all. So we went there to the cocktail party and Sammy said, hey Frank, this is Mike Parkinson, a big talk show. I said, hi Mike, how are you? I said, Mr. Sinatra, how are you? It's great to meet you, all that sort of thing. I went off and Sammy disappeared to some other part of the building and about half an hour, I knew nobody apart from Sinatra. So I'm wondering like a spare part, so I'm going to go now. So I thought I'd go out and say goodbye to Frank before I go.